Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think we are obviously all aware as a committee that the President of the United States should serve the American people, never their own financial interests. Yet we're facing some of the most serious conflicts of interest going into this administration in the history of our country. Now, Donald Trump and Elon Musk, who are at least appearing to essentially be co-presidents in this next few years, are plotting to remake our government and our very social safety net. And they could get, of course, we know, richer in the process. Now, this amendment will make sure that we don't advance any legislation from this committee that enriches Donald Trump or his businesses. And unfortunately, as we know, because of the work of this committee and House Democrats, this legislation could not be more important, because we know and we saw Donald Trump trying to enrich himself and his family in his first term. Now, we know that committee Democrats showed that Donald Trump received payments from over 20 countries during his first term. 20 countries. Donald Trump's network of businesses made it possible for anyone in the world to funnel money to him through his businesses. Now, these countries, of course, included China, Saudi Arabia, and many others. Now, we actually have, because of this committee, receipts and documents that prove that he received at least $7.8 million directly from foreign governments. And by the way, that number is much larger, but of course we don't have all the documents and receipts because this committee's majority blocked us from getting all of them. We also know that 8 ambassadors stayed at President Trump's D.C. hotel at the time while serving in the office of the Trump administration in clear violation of the Constitution. The committee also found that Elliot Brody, a Republican fundraiser and lobbyist, spent $15,000 at Trump's D.C. hotel while actually lobbying the Trump administration. Later, he received a pardon, which we know that Donald Trump and his administration like to give out to people that donated to him. And we know that that, of course, is a clear violation of the Foreign Agents Registration Act. Now, we should all be concerned that this lobbying effort signifies a pay-to-pay scheme that capitalizes on President Trump's influence. And these conflicts of interest are a direct threat and a national security threat. Of course, this is on top of the fact this committee continues to refuses to investigate Jared Kushner, who received $2 billion with a B directly from Saudi Arabia just months after leaving the White House, and has used that power to facilitate record arms deals and other pro-Saudi policies. As he enters his second term, this amendment is incredibly important so that we can ensure that Donald Trump isn't directly benefiting through his businesses by foreign governments and other people that are interested. Once again, this amendment would ensure that we work through this committee to ensure the president does not directly benefit. I urge all of my colleagues to support this common sense amendment, and I yield back.
Would my friend yield?
Yes, sir.
Just for some questions. Mr. Garcia, is it not true that when President Trump was elected in 2016, the then president of the Philippines, President Duterte, actually named a business partner of President Trump to be a special envoy to the United States?
Absolutely, sir. And as you all know, and much beyond that, Donald Trump has continued through his family and through his businesses, gain the influence of foreign governments and then trade them for policy proposals.
Is it not also true, Mr. Garcia, that a number of Gulf countries, Saudi Arabia among them, actually pointedly would stay at or rent rooms and facilities at the then Trump Hotel downtown in order, presumably, to curry favor?
Saudi Arabia and many other countries, yes, sir.
And did President Trump then, in fact, financially benefit from those transactions?
Directly against the Constitution, absolutely, sir.
And is there a policy at GSA, the Government Service Administration, that actually would prohibit an elected official from benefiting from a lease owned by or provided by GSA?
That is correct.
And was that honored in the first Trump administration?
Absolutely not, which is why this amendment is needed.
I thank my friend.
Thank you.